Love your soul natural. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. You're the power, the wisdom, the freedom, and the glory forever. I want to say this, and I know it's politically charged. I don't care, because it's facts, right? It's facts. It's because it's the law, right? I would never even consider going to another country illegally. First of all, why I wouldn't do that is I don't know their laws. I don't know how they run the things, and I would have to figure it out, right? Then I would have to traverse there illegally. Like, that for me is not a good idea in the first place. And then I'm gonna be in a whole new country illegal, knowing that there's a possibility for me to be deported. And I'm not saying me personally, because I am from my own country. And it's just people are saying that the government is doing things that is unfair. You came into somebody else's country, and that's the law in that country. I just put up a post on my Facebook. What are the penalties of being illegal or entering a different country illegally? In one country, is punishable by death. Listen to that. So all we're doing is we're exercising our rights as Americans, right? Protecting our borders from people who are actually coming in illegally and committing crimes. That's the first crime you committed, was coming into another country illegally. So what makes us think that you enter that country illegally? What makes us think that you're not going to commit crimes in our country? You already committed a crime by coming into the country illegally. And the only reason why I'm saying this is because, you know, I was married to an immigrant, right? I think, you know, there are issues with that, but obviously there are. I'm not married to her any longer, but the only reason why I'm saying this is, again, I'm gonna say it again, I would never enter another country illegally. And people say, well, because you don't have to. That's not true. I'm pretty sure there are Americans that have gone to other countries illegally. I'm pretty sure. Because it happens everywhere. Now, when a government is exercising their right, that's like somebody coming into your house and saying, I'm not going to follow the rules in your house. And you let them in for free, illegally. Illegally in your house means, here's illegal. Say you come home one day, somebody's on your couch. This is better, right? I think. And they entered there illegally. They broke in. And then you let them stay. And then they steal your stuff because you let them stay illegally. So you suffer the consequences for being nice to somebody who, first of all, already committed a crime against you. I'm not against people coming to this country legally. This is why this system is set up, to keep out people who commit crimes in their own country, come to other countries to commit. That's an international crime. They need to be charged internationally. So if I go as an American to another country illegally, there are consequences, there are penalties for me doing that, right? So what makes people think or feel, because it's just a feeling, that what America's doing is illegal? I want to know. I want to know what you think as an immigrant, or just as an American, what's illegal about what's being done, sending people who enter this country illegally back to where they came from. As a matter of fact, we're paying, like we pay for them this whole time. People are ignorant. When we pay taxes, because I pay taxes, I pay for all of that stuff, and all other tax-paying Americans pay for them for things that we're not getting, that we pay for. They get free money, they get credit cards, they get hotel rooms. We don't get that for free. welfare for free. And they came in illegally. And then to send them back, we still have to pay for it. To have ICE do their jobs, we have to pay for it. Wouldn't you not be upset if somebody came to your country and you had to pay for everything for them? Matter of fact, you don't even pay stuff for your own stuff, and you come from a socialist, most of you guys come from socialist countries. Why go to another country to ruin another country? Because you ruin, I'm looking at it this way. You already ruined your country. Your country's ruined. That's why you're moving to this country. And now you want to ruin this country, my country. It's not going to happen. Hello. It's not going to happen. Right? And that's what we're doing. We're showing you, we'll help you, of course, because that's what we do. We help everybody, but nobody helps us, right? But you're taking advantage of it, and now you got to suffer the repercussions. So, if you were sent back to your country and you came here illegally, welcome to the free world. That's how it's done. Because I'm not against people coming to this country legally. I'm not against that. Getting an education, getting married. I'm not against that. There's a legal process. If Americans are helping people who are in this country illegally, then they need to pay, right? They need to also suffer the consequences because they're also breaking the law. They're breaking the law. You're breaking the law, and I'm not saying that people don't break the law. I'm just saying that for them to continue to break the law in your community, with your children, with your taxes, with your insurance, they're playing with the stuff that you paid for, And who's suffering the consequences for that? Americans. That's who. Hello, Ethan. So wake up, love your soul, not your role. This is your country. Protect your country. Protect your country's assets, which are our children, right? Which are everything that's in this country belongs to us. We put it here, we built it, we maintain it, and other people are coming and taking advantage of what we built. Some of them, like I said, you come here legally, I'm all for it. And you become rich, that's what it's about. I'm all for that. I'm all for all day, every day. Come here, get rich. Absolutely. But do it legally. Because you're stealing from us. When you do things illegally, you're stealing from Americans that work hard for what we have, for you to steal it. And we're not going to let you steal it. We're not going to let you steal it. And again, Americans that are allowing other people to come and they're helping them, they need to pay too. Because they don't care about the country. And don't tell me that, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. Listen, this is America. If you want something, you can go get it legally. Legally. There's nobody holding you back. Your mentality of where you think you are, you're in the ghetto because you want to be there. Okay, let's say you were born in the ghetto. I was born in the ghetto. I'm out of there. You think I want to go back? No, but does it still exist? Yes, but not in my mind. I'm free to do whatever I want. You understand? In America. So people come here because they want a better life. They don't come here to destroy this country. When they come here legally, and you abandon your country, and you send money to the country that you just abandoned, you're stealing in every sense of the word from us Americans. Of course we feel some kind of way. My parents are from Puerto Rico, y yo soy puertorriqueño, pero yo nací aquí en Estados Unidos, y yo voy a defender lo que es mío, y esto es mío. A mí no me importa si viene de Colombia, Venezuela, no me importa de dónde viene. Después que viene legalmente para hacer las cosas bien, no hay problema. Listen, thank you. I went through an experience where I was threatened by somebody from another country that they were going to shoot me in Orlando, Florida, because I was seeing some activity that was out of control. And I'm saying, like, these people had brand new cars, restaurants, brand new. It was like this whole thing that was going on. I wanted to report it because I saw something, but I didn't have any evidence. I just saw some crazy things that were going on. You know, a lot of people going to one parking lot coming out with brand new cars, and they all had a particular sticker on the front. Brand new Porsches, BMW, and I know that they weren't from this country. I can tell. because they didn't know how to drive. They were having issues just getting out of the parking lot. And you know who did that? The government did that. So our government allowed these people in. Now we're taking them out. We give you the problem, and then we give you the solution. Of course, it was under a different administration, the Democrats. I'm not Democrat, I'm not Republican, I'm independent, right? So they let that happen. This guy that everybody hates is doing the right thing. He's doing the right thing for his people, for his country. Maduro is not doing the right thing. He's destroyed your country, and I'm saying specifically, and now you want to come over here with that same criminal mentality to destroy our country, to harm our children. That's not going to happen, man. I don't care what you call it. I don't care what you call it. But I would never, ever, ever in my life think about going to your country and destroying your country and making your country a bad place to live. You do that on your own, but I would never do that. I would never, you know, I don't have the mentality to go to somebody else's country and destroy it. I would never do that because I don't want somebody to come to my country and destroy my country. And out of respect for just for myself, as an American, I represent my country when I go to other countries. Don't you think? So what do you do? What do you think that all people think about you guys now here in America? Even to the good people that come here, even to the people that come here to live a good life legally. What do you think we think about you? We think that you're all criminals. We think that you're all here to harm us, that we haven't done nothing to you but give you whatever you wanted if you worked for it, right? So if we have to live in fear in our country, we're not gonna do it. I'm not gonna listen. And I'm from Boston. That matter of fact, I just went to Boston. Yeah, right. So I'm not afraid of people, right? I could talk to somebody, but these people are coming over here committing crimes. I'm telling you, some dude that I knew, he said he threatened to shoot me in my own country, bro. I would never have the audacity to go to somebody else's country and commit a crime. These people are committing international crimes. So I don't know if they're being charged internationally, which they should, which means there's going to be a lot more time. Again, I'm not against people coming to this country legally, because I know that if you go through the process of doing something illegal, you're not going to jeopardize that because it took you so long to do it, right? You had to sign papers, you have to go to the government. That's a process. But people who come here illegally, even if they run in across the border, that's not a legal process. So they don't really care about losing it. They want to come here and make fast money illegally, send it back to their country, make their country. I think, honestly, those people who send money to their countries illegally, we should confiscate that money. Because that money that's going back to the country, guess what they're doing with it? They're making more drugs. They're selling more drugs to the people who are on drugs in America. All of it's illegal. Every single last aspect of these people coming over to this country illegally, everything that they're doing is illegal. Because I can't, if somebody says, if I ask a Latino, ¿cómo tú llegaste para acá? Y a mí me dicen, no, pues yo soy ilegal. Primeramente voy a decir, tú eres ilegal. So, ¿tú no tienes papeles? No, but they got a job. They have jobs better than most Americans. So those people who are giving these people jobs also need to pay, right? Because it's cheap labor, but you're not giving, forget about cheap labor. What about Americans out here that are living in the streets that don't have money because you don't pay them enough? And you're the ones that are increasing the rent. You're the ones that are increasing car payments. And so give us the money for our going to college and learning how to do something, for our participation. Don't give it to somebody who came to this country illegally. That's stealing. That is stealing as well. So, and like I said, if you come into this country legally, God bless you and God bless America, because I know that there are people that come here from other countries and make America a good place to be. They work, they have employees, they come here to do better, right? They don't come here to commit crimes and go to jail and they get deported. So this whole dynamic that's going on right now in America, be prepared because there's more to come. 25 million illegal aliens were let in 4 years. 25 million. 25 million illegal people in this country. That's an army. That's more than an army. That's more than an army. So when it's said that there are people in this country that are bent on destroying this country, a country that gives them everything. They left their country because they destroyed their country. This is what they did. They destroyed their country. There's nothing else left but violence. So they come out here and they do what they know. And they're trying to destroy our country. That's what they're trying to do. And people are helping them. People are helping them do that. I don't want my country destroyed. And if it happens, we got to do what we got to do. We got to do what we got to do. And you can hate us all you want. We don't care. We have our own people to take care of. We have our own children to take care of. You know, because your country's ruined, don't blame us. We didn't do anything to your country. You ruined your own country. Your countrymen that you voted into office, or however they got there, they're ruining your country. Make them pay. They're the ones that make you run away from your own country. And what boggles me is that you're in another country, but you're still voting. Not voting, but you're still rooting for your teams in other countries. I love my country. No, you don't. You don't. People who come here from another country because their country's ruined, right? And then they come here because there's no food. Well, make it better. Find some food. Make some food. Get some. You don't have the innovation to do that, but you have the innovation to come to America illegally. That doesn't make any sense to me. And like I said, I would never have the mentality of going to another country where I represent America, you feel me? In another country, I'm gonna represent to the best, but I'm not gonna go commit crimes. Wow, not for the fear of being locked up abroad, but for respect for me and my country, period. But it seems like Americans become victims of a lot of you folks that come from other countries. For some reason, you think that you can come here, break the law, formulate gangs, and do whatever you want. How does that fit in your head? How do you think that you can do that in another country? Well, guess what? Payments coming. You're gonna pay for all your deeds. You're gonna get sent back to your country, right? And like I said, they should even implement taking the money away that you sent back illegally and putting it back into the people you stole it from. Love your soul, not your role. You already know. God bless you. God bless America. Godspeed the entire world.